Hey, trains. They're happy trains again. Key thing that I want to do is rework stone and then do something about the copper and this whole entrance, but I might save the entrance for a regular scheduled episode. I'll keep this sort of more constrained. I might do just some general concreting and such. I love watching them move in 4x4s. It's that part at least works really well, this bit here. I'm quite happy with that. So they're moving right down to the end, which is perfect to get the iron to the steel. It finally deals with the problem that I was having with the trains not going all the way to the end. It's just the whole trains no par thing. When they get part way in, there's a problem. Now, first thing I want to do... Also, at some point, I want to redo all the smelting. This split belt thing can go. And then I can introduce the belter... what is it? The inserter stubs. To deal with the inserter activity and maybe bring the UPS back up. Ooh, Fallen Sun with a host. Fallen Gun Seaming. Got his raid victim good with that one. Swapped out Fallen Sun's raid call from Fallen Sun to Fallen Gun Seaming. Confused him good. Alright, so I want to shift that over there. I want to shift that over there. Shift that over there. What? 1, 2, and 3. I think it was only 2. 3. There. I want to do stuff in the form of that over to here. So it makes more concrete, advanced concrete, refined concrete, whatever the hell it's called. Grab some of those. I might have trial run this and discovered that it produces really slowly because of the 15-second craft climb. You go there. Concrete in the world again. I'm finally upgrading all the paths. You go there. We have 10 of that. And then... there. You... that one. To... there. Crap. I wish there was a Control Z. You go there. It's not a big deal. I'll just change that. And there we go. So now... yeah, they both light up. They both get material. And they both produce. Excellent. And then I do more of this. And get rid of the horrible concrete, which is... well, the horrible confused bricky concrete, and put in the proper concretey concrete. Ooh, Shred Guy with auto host as well. Because no one's on, I get all of the auto hosts now. There we go. And what I can do from this point is then just paint this over all the paths. And it'll just do it in the background. Hey, Commotion Socks. Currently 6 AM. That's quite early. You're in for the UK. I thought UK would already be up by now. Well, assuming you're over there. The added bonus of this is... I'm still only on steel. The added bonus of this is it'll clean up the doodads on the ground over the concrete. Proper crete concrete? Yeah, that one. Exactly. You got it. It's 3 AM? Can't sleep? It's only 8 PM for me. But it does mean that I'm only on for like 2 or 3 hours. Main thing is I can use this... You're in the northeastern US. For some reason I thought you were in the UK. Don't know why that is. I might be thinking of someone else. Or confusing with someone else. More likely. Steel, 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 steel. And you. There. Two less. Hey, so easy to go over, to overshoot. What's the with the concrete? You run faster on it, so I'm just laying down some paths. So this is, what is 160%, 150% running speed? Your brick is 130%. I thought I was about to say 120%. Yeah, 140 and 150%. So you move considerably... it's considerably faster to run on the concrete. I can almost escape the bots on the refined concrete. Almost. Hello, train. If I was Exterminator, I would have run into you. And coal trains. Also, with this UPS, it definitely, you do feel the difference. Probably the best example is, see the bots are catching up to me in this, and then I do this, and then they're just catching up. I go over here, and they struggle. Again. Does walking speed stack? No, it doesn't. When I put the refined concrete down, it replaces the regular concrete. I wonder why they comment on the idea of has a concrete slowing you down. Ah. Well, they haven't. Yeah, it's something that I don't capitalize on nearly enough is using concrete and brick for paths. Brick for paths early on, it makes a huge difference in your base. That's an interesting thought though. Controlling the refined, that has a concrete walk speed. Even just having a separate one which does, like a separate concrete entity which slows you down. Because I know the decorative types would probably complain if you slowed down has a concrete as is. So maybe a separate one again. Yeah, again, so yeah, they're easily catching up, and now they're just barely. You can see every time I walk over the refined concrete, I start breaking away from them. Right on the edge there. I'm going to stop requesting that. It's nice to have a robot speed where they can catch up. Although it's debatable whether that's a nice thing or not. Now, I want to flip these. And at some point, I'm avoiding doing it, but I have to do a 16-lane balancer there. So I can manage that, because there isn't one on there as yet. Combining the two unloaders together. Next thing I want is one of these. So the thing I want to experiment with is doing a fully beaconed... Oh no, it goes there and then there. A fully beaconed stone smelter. Exo leg negating has a concrete. Yeah. That's one way to phrase it. I did actually want that. You go underneath there, you go there and there. Huh? It's gonna need some power, something like that. I might need a switch to Excel quickly. So that's 14. That's 13.4. And I got the stub there. How many tiles of free space do I have at the bottom? So it's 8, and then 2, 4, 6. Oh hey, Colonel Will's here. Hello. Will you be on later? You're invading my time slot. Remember this time slot? It's that time of the year when I can use this time slot again. Later as in what would be tomorrow for me. The usual time, the 10 AM, which I think is 10 PM? 11 PM? Something like that. I was going to get Excel out, and I completely forgot. So, what were you? 13.4. There it is. So 13.4 with a 1.2 on the productivity. It might be doable to fit a balancer there. Okay, excellent. The length shouldn't be too much of a problem. I don't know how long, what the different length limit is yet. So 13.4, 9 furnaces produces 2480 per minute. So the question is, if there's nothing stopping me doing that, so 14.7. 14.7. So 1.1 on the productivity. So it's 2494. I'm not really gaining anything by doing that. Yeah. So I need... Wait a minute, 14.4. 13.4. I don't know where I got the 14.4 from. So... yeah, it's 24.8, so 9 furnaces with a fully surrounded beacon arrangement. Something that might end up happening long term with the rest of these. Hey, hello bots. I have helped make a 10 tile 16 lane a year ago. Okay. So Mojo stream in your work hours and I don't in the middle of the night. Sneaky sneaky. Oh yeah. Hey Cooksy. Dan it is too. How's it going? Yeah, because I can use this time slot again. I've been itching to get onto it again. I can actually hang out here again. The one that I can use 6 months of a year. Yeah, so 9 furnaces. Would you chain iron electro furnace to feed directly into steel electro furnace to produce steel? I do that exclusively actually. So all of my steel is produced that way. They actually run at 9.4 and I think these run at 8.4. But it still works out. So yeah. We've missed you here. Shall also be on approx 40 mins for colony survival. Ooh, back on the colony survival. You were actually earlier yesterday. I didn't actually get to see that though. It was sleepy sleep time. So what are we doing? We're fixing up the stone smelting. So currently, the best it can do is, absolute best is 11,400 and I need 12,000. And this, because each stone brick is 2 stone ore, this smelter can't cut it. And this smelter is the same design, essentially, as the plate smelter. And so the plate smelter is fine for 1 item in to 1 item out, but for 2 items in to 1 item out, it doesn't work. Also, in light of the question of the steel smelter, if I grab the universal measuring tool, universal measuring tool, if I say it slowly I might get it right, and then count how many of these there are. 124. It's 62 per side. I can't remember the context of that question already. I've already forgotten. I think there was a Sunny Honey Bunny thing that he asked. Radio DXD stopped working. It's pretty late at night. At least for me. It also requires me to speak competently. It's a big ask right there. You go up there. Ah, you now are a bit of a problem. Because I need an output. Like so. Or like so even. Because I need, so... Extern only box 400 smelters, megabase, call, and can yell at him. Ah, right, that's it. It's weird, me being tired and... and you just waking up, yeah. It is, a bit of a contrast. So, 1, 2... in theory, I could do that, and that, and that. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yes, 7. Alright. Let's see what happens. Oh, in practice, I don't think I can do 7. Oh, and there's that issue. It's only a little issue, but it is an issue regardless. While autosave churns away. I don't know why I pulled up... Oops. I don't know why I pulled up the beacons that were already down here, because they're already in the right position. I tore them up regardless. And you. Very good. I should be back in alignment, like so. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4. As yet, I haven't ironed out the details. That being... that one. So it's 3. So 3 of these. I ironed out the details of switching lanes. Now that needs to be less than a third of the way up for this to fit. This is the big problem with fully surrounded smelters. I can't actually fit them. I could switch to them and then move the entire train system, which is down here, which the copper trains are blocking up everything again. Alright, see you later. Kinda will then. Where would I start if I wanted to do a belt base? Start a base as normal, and then I would suggest at some point working out exactly what you want, because I found the biggest problem with this is... yeah, exterm stream. Oh, even he just sort of called it because he didn't know what to do next, from what I could tell. He just sort of lost and he didn't know what to do next. Yeah, so for me, with the first one, I was limited by... I need to figure out... Well, I knew what I wanted. I wanted the 1600 signs a minute. And then to get that, I needed to know how many belts of everything that was going in. And this is where it gets... I want to start small, 1 yellow belt of each science. Okay. Copper. Yeah, so when I calculated out the science, the 1600, I needed to work out how much each belt could carry. Look at that bore inserter. Ooh, Sam Melanda with the auto host. Now, without the diversions, I need to calculate how many belts of everything goes up here, because unlike on one of those bot town train type maps, the train and bot thing deals with the fractions of a belt, so you don't have to think about it. You just say it spits out this many science packs, 1600, 1000, 2000, whatever, 4000, and so you just need to feed in X amount to compensate. Whereas a belt base, you're limited to these belts. And so I can't send, I think, what is this one actually? Let's see, copper plate for high tech is 5.3 blue belts. But I can't send 5.3 up here very elegantly, so I'm sending 6 instead. And once you start adding up all of those little, so like rounding up, okay, that's fair. Then you come over to, I'll use this one as an example. So this is a 64 lane balancer, and what was 5.3, something like one belt shared with somewhere else, is now 6. So 6 out of, say, 64 is now allocated to high-tech science. And if I might have to switch to the old one. So in the old one, high-tech science needed 2.1, but it has to be 3. Green circus needed 25.8, so it had to be 26. Red circus had 6.5, it's rounded up to 7. Red ammo 1.2, it got 2 belts. Gun turrets needed 2.4, 7, 6, 9, 1, 9, 2, so it's got 3 belts. The total belts, the base, the old base, the 1600 science a minute needed was 42.35 copper belts, but that's neither divisible by 8 or an elegant number. After all the rounding up, it's 46. Unfortunately, you can't see the spreadsheet right now because I changed OBS settings. It's all hidden. I can't easily show the desktop anymore. But yeah, so 42.3 becomes 46. And so that on top of it becomes 48 to make it an even divisor of 8 to suit the train unloading. Following so far? Excellent. Yeah, so what on a train town map is 42.35 belts worth of copper that the bots would deal with automatically, and all those funny ratios, is now 46 of actual belts that need to be put down, but then 48 belts worth of smelters to suit the train unloads. And then that would... I wouldn't put the whole thing through a balancer, that's why I only had like a 16, I think, on my old base. And I direct fed the 26 going to green circuits and let the trains deal with that. So yeah, that's where that's where most of my work went, was balancing out the belt allocation. Iron was actually worse because I had to bump it up by quite a bit to make it fit on a balancer. There was some odd ratios with the iron, so inserters and transport belts on the old belts shared one iron belt. Accumulators and radars do as well, and I think on this one they still do. Actually, they should still do, because they're both way less than 1. It's only like 160 accumulators a minute. For the iron one, I ended up having to send 1.5 belts of iron to grenades and 5.5 belts to turrets. Fortunately, when I did this base, when I doubled everything, this became whole numbers again. Sneaky hype stream? Sneaky stream hype? Hey, Mr. Bucket. But yeah, there was a lot of off ratios going on. And so that final number... Yeah, iron, the final number of actual belts to suit the calculator was 48. So 48 blue belts of iron, but then it was 56 after all the belt rounding. Conveniently, that happened to be... I think I did actually adjust it, and that's where the 1.5, 5.5 came from, was I pulled it down to 56 belts. And then... What did I have on it? It was a 32. 32 balancer, because 24 went to circuits. So that was exactly 32. And so that was another thing that I gamed the system for, or gamed the base for, was to have the 32. And that's why this is now a 64, because it's just the same thing, just scaled up. There really wasn't a lot I could do other than just simply scale it up. The builds are more or less built. Like furnaces, it was already as good as it gets. This blue circuit, it heats green circuits as much as it can. And yeah. There's only so many ways you can do these things. But yeah, I think that covers... Yeah, that's pretty much where all the work went, was balancing out those belts. Are those mixed ratio items typically a fraction of half to the x? Hey, Lockie. How do you mean? Also... There it is, yeah. Gonna get coffee and then start doing maths. Yeah, so I went to Barrycon to get the overall numbers, and then I put all of the... So the copper plate numbers, the iron plate numbers, minus steel, because steel doesn't come from the iron smelter. Then I had steel, green circuits numbers, red circuits, all of these numbers, all the big numbers I had allocated out. I can actually look on the spreadsheet. Yeah, I had copper plate, iron plate, advanced circuits, steel circuits, gears on the belt allocation table. On the old one, what do I have? Copper, iron, advanced circuits, steel, circuits and gears. No, same thing basically. Yeah, all the big ones I put on the belt allocation table, which I call it. I believe early on when I had the spreadsheet up, someone, I can't even remember who now, spotted that it was called, the belt allocation table was called More Stupid. But anyways, I believe this won't fit. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, she ain't fitting. She's too big. So alternatively, it's too big. 1, 2, oh, grab that. See what a pair can do. Like so. Just drop that there. So what are you, 11.4 now? Where's my thingy? 11.4? 11.4. So now it's only 2100, so 1.1. Deal with a mixed purpose belt which had a 1/3, 2/3 usage ratio. Yeah, I did. I think I did have. I've never had one that's exactly that. It's always been some really off number. And every time I've had one, it's just been impossible to deal with. You're 12.7. Which is 2100. Which is still not really doing it for me. Okay. No modules. No productivity is 14. I have a feeling the answer is going back to 8.8. So that's... yeah. Actually, I forgot to change the number of furnaces. What was it, 13.4? That one? 11.4. I still had it on 9. Yeah, it's 2100. 2300. You're 12.7. I keep forgetting these. 12.7? 1.12394. Oh, it's so close. So close. So close it might actually just work. And the gain from productivity these is the least, so I could get away with it. Whoops. Oh dear. Bad furnace. Naughty furnace. Did I remove the auto trash? I did. Huh. Because I think I actually overproducing with all 8. Because what is that? 10. So that would be 80 total. 40 per line. Yeah, that's way over. So I can actually get away with 11.4 and 1.2. I can get the extra productivity. And then with 80, that's 18,000, which is way over. Yep, that's fine. And 110 per. Alright. That works. Get rid of that for now, temporarily. Let's move you, group those together. Pop that there. I'll put priority that. Doesn't quite reach, unfortunately. I wonder if I can lift that up. And why is my UPS at 6060? This is concerning. There. I do need to be able to send more than 4 up here too. I might actually have to bring them back down. See how we go. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. See, what does it consume in? It needs 3,900 stone coming in, which is basically 2 belts. So I have 4 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, so I'm using all 4 of these. Right. So I need 8 to be able to go up here. Yeah, that ain't happening. So you go there too. Hey, X-Paralysid, how's it going? How's it going there? Welcome to the stream. That ain't going there. And a 1, and a 2. It's 4. At what point does it consume a blue belt of input? 8, 6. And Grass Knight, how's it going there? 6. Okay. For the Excel spreadsheet that you can't see, unfortunately, right now. Is this your first belt paste? Maybe build it in creative first? Yeah, if you want to. I did actually do a lot of the early designs in creative. I built them standalone. A lot of them didn't work in practice, but it's a very good learning experience. So yeah, 6. It's 40 on 6 out of curiosity, 6.66. So I only theoretically need to send 6 up here. You don't count as an input, so it's 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5. What's the output? Is 1407 when there's only 6. So I could belt weave it with red belt. This is going to get complicated. Any chance you get a look at the green circuit build? Ah, yeah. A better example would be this one here, which is the current one. The other one, this one's more advanced than the others. It's a bit more modern. That's the old one. They both run at the same speed. They're both 6.75 on the craft speed. But these are more inserter optimized, and it makes use of the new splitter stuff. How am I handling my power needs? I'm pretending I'm using nuclear with a electric energy interface to save on UPS. So how empty is that looking? Oh, it's stone, right? Of course. Anyway, yeah, here. Yes, there's copper and iron in. There's the 7 lanes and then the 6 lanes. 7 of copper, 6 of iron. There's 17, I think, of these going all the way, all the way down. Or is it 19? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. It was 19. So 2 lots of 19 produces 17 belts. Another long-term project is to copy this over to the other builds and replace this older one. And same again up here, there. And just generally do the inserter stubbing all around the base. Try and save the UPS. I can't do anything about the FPS looking at this thing. I don't think it's ever actually run at full speed before. Hey, John Anderson, how's it going? Now, where was I? Where was I? Could I do that? We're working on today, arguing with Stone. So I just did this, but I had another crazy thought. So this only spans 8 tiles, which is really annoying because I really want 9 tiles of spannage. Alright, we'll persist. Although I could do that. I might do it with a blueprint. That one specifically, and bring this down a tile. And then see if we can start this crazy belt weaving nonsense. And then discover that pulling this down actually isn't a good idea, after all. Further devs would add loaders completely. I'm not sure they are a UPS boost, actually. The loaders, that is. It's something worth investigating, at least. Boop. That might need to do that. Alrighty. Let's tear this a new sphincter hole. The other question is, I don't know if this fits also. Which one were you? Not that one. Not that one. Not that one either. There it is. So that's 2. 3, 4. That's only 4. And there's the midway point. Well, it is at 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. But that's only 1. You know any good split off blueprints? So I do have a paste bin one for a book, which is, it's a fairly abbreviated one, but it covers pretty much every situation. It's basically this one here. Or a variation of it, actually. I thought I switched that. It's this one. It's got 4-way balances, 8-way balances in all 3 colours, 16-way in just red and blue, and then 1 from 4s in all the different colours, and 2 from 8s. Just like that. Fairly straightforward, but like if that covers what you need, exclamation mark paste bin for that, and that should be on the paste bin. It's called should be called belt main bus. It's paste bin, exclamation mark blueprint. Sorry. I are smart. I might change that one. Or just make both the same. Now... we forgive you, it's already late. Yeah, it's nearly 9 o'clock. So 2, 4, 6, 8... there's the midway point. And 10. So that's 1 smelter. Heading off to work? Alright, catch you later then. Maybe add it to the info section. That would be a good idea. That would be a smart idea. So 1, 2, 3... yeah, there. I think Hoffney has something? It probably does. Yeah, only 3 of these fit, so I only get 3 plus 3, 6 total. 6 total. Not that. 7.4. It's that, which should be 13, 11.4. What was I thinking 13 for? That's why I'm checking. Which is 7,000. Which is 14,000, which is still more than enough. Am I around this time Saturday, so about 46 hours from now? Is that your Saturday or mine? Oh yeah, this time... tomorrow, Friday? Yeah, that's my Saturday. Well, it's actually both of our Saturdays, as it works out. So yeah, I should be. I probably won't be around for very long, though. Paralyzed. Thank you for the follow there. Well, hey. I'm trying to remember what I was doing now. I'm already confused. Yeah, so 3 is actually fine, which is... why is that also stuck there? There we go. Too bad I should have got a screenshot of that and yelled at us eating. Or actually, no, I can yell at Bilka now. Yeah, PvP's on at the same as well. Hey, Big Cockman! Sub. Thank you very much. Sub hype. If Engie was here, he would express that with all kinds of emo type. Yeah, so if I have 3 of these... I remember the days when I used to do this half asleep and nothing would get done. Sub before, but noticed it didn't renew. Interesting. So... 2... Actually... It's 30... Oops, that made that very angry. There it is, 30. Dommage, thank you for that. We remember that. So because it's only 30 now, 5 6s are 30, so I only need 5 belts of stone out of here. So 1, 2... Oh, it's just generally nasty. So it's 5 belts of stone going up here. So 1, 2, 3... 4... Oh... Still not quite right. Actually, remember how I said I'll move this down and then immediately regret it? So immediately regretting it, or something along those lines, because I can put a thingy there and a thingy there. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Haha! It's genius, I tells you. I'm actually going to put that there for now. And we'll tear all this up, and tear all this up. Now I just hope there is actually enough room for all this crap. I still need to put a balancer in here too. Let's clear that out, grab that. I might start from the top, or better yet... Yeah, that don't work either. Because of the thing I was saying before about that. Alright, there goes that idea. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. This one actually. The shimmy down the side. It's still there. That works. Alright, crisis averted. Just means I can't have that one there. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5. Oh, so much UPS. It's unbelievable. 2, 4, 6. Do I need that one? Probably do. Or can I stretch it? Was it down there? Borderline, but possible. Alright. Back to the Excel. So we're at 6. It's eating a belt of stone and producing 1,400, which is a bit over a belt of the belty kind. That doesn't belong. Oh, that doesn't fit. So 2, 4, 6. Let's just get these stretched up. Like so. This is the last point for this belt. Last call, last destination. Missing an input on the first belt? Yeah. That actually doesn't need to be there anyway. Oh, there's also that issue. It's only a small issue, but an issue nonetheless. So if I... Oh, I won't do that yet. So the next thing I'm worried about is shimmying all this stuff over. Because this needs to do some kind of maneuver. Perhaps I'll keep that there. So something has to drop into its place. I suppose it could happen at the next one. There. Alrighty. Let's give it a bit of stone and see what happens. That's not going to move because it's too long of a gap, but that's fine. I don't want the output moving just yet. So that's now dealing with that first lane. Alright. So far so good. There it is. How bad can it be? Let's just drop that there. And that, I'm gonna bring it all the way up here even. See how much room we've got to work with. Oopsie. Spots are so quick. It's ridiculous. I don't think this needs to be all the way up here anymore. They're busy laying concrete still. There we go, that'll make them busy. I could probably do that just to... They still cover, yeah. Just give it a bit of room to maneuver. There's actually a ton of room. I might as well use this space. There's no need to cram it in if I don't have to worry about it. So 1, 2, like that. There's still a ton of room left over. Like all of the room. So I could just tear all that up. That's going to make the bots go. I suppose I can make concrete with it. How many beacons was it? 3. So 1, 2, 3. I'll use these to clean up the beacons. Nom nom nom. Oh, speaking of beacons. Six, 12, 18. I'm actually missing one. I've done something horrifically wrong with the calculation. So there should be another one of these. Hang on a minute. That's 11.2. Okay. How did I end up back where I started? The confusion is strong. Unless I actually did it like that. What was it? 12.7. Too many numbers. 48's 11.4. I done messed something up somewhere. How the hell was this supposed to work? Did I have the wrong... I must have had the wrong number typed in. I think I did. 60, so I need 30 total. And you're 18. $60, $50? No, it has to be 60. It needs 60 furnaces. I've already forgotten, I just wasn't really paying attention. 18. The next one... I need 2 more. Okay, so this space that I thought I had, I don't actually have. It's fine. We can manage. It's at this point that I'm starting to seriously consider just tearing up the entire train yard down there, and... Hi, they're all parked. Except for those stone trains. Oh yeah, because I pulled up that. I think. Huh? Stone 2? I've done herpaderps, trains. Wow. Stone 3, stone 2. These all stone 2. 32.5 belts of green circuits. Yes. Yes. Now you know how the 42 came about. This is 4. You going there? You want to go there as well. But when I click on Stonehold 2, there's... You want to go Stonehold 1. You want to go Stonehold 1. You want to go Stonehold 1. You want to go to Stonehold 1. 3. But there's 3, 6, 9, 10. Huh. Okay. I guess they're meant to be Stonehold 4 trains. Oh, Palak, thank you for following there. So you're a Stonehold 4. I think I know what happened. It's, I copied these orders wrong. That's what happened. Oh, at least they're all painted now. Space blows my mind when I'm watching this. Yeah, it's, I do a lot of interesting things, I guess you could say. The reason this base actually came about, I'm just waiting for this train to come back. The reason this base came about was after I played a map which was an all bots map where everything was distributed up into little bases which did dedicated builds. And I got to the end of it and was like, I'm bored of this. And so I was like, I'm going to make a base that does 1 rocket a minute. It's going to be all belts. And this was version 14. And so I revived my old version 12 map, which is this map here, which was just a generic megabase. And it grew from there. 15 came along and I was like, I want to do a red belt of each science pack. And so the 1 rocket a minute base became a 1 red belt of each science pack. And then 16 promised belt improvements, so I was like, let's make it two red belts of each science pack. And here we are. So getting all of this stuff onto belts is a pretty big ask using just vanilla items. Vanilla Factorio items. Hey, Neb. We'll be doing more of this map. So that question came up earlier, and I was wondering, do I continue the current one, or do I start over and make it more of a tutorial-orientated type thing, and then go towards a megabase like this? Maybe not this. I'll say like 800 science a minute or something, or 1,000 science a minute. And just go through the whole process. Soon 2 blue belt science. I was probably before red belts or something. I want to keep with the red belt theme, the non-blue belt theme. But at the same time, like, I'm in two minds because I want to do it more tutorial orientated and be more focused than what it is. Because it was really sort of took off unfocused. I wanted to do something new, but I didn't know what exactly. Oh, it's back. Hey, Sonny. How's it going there? So you go there. And now we're all happy. Yeah, so this one I'll probably keep making bigger, and then I'll do the other one as more of a guide thing. Like a more tutorial-based series. The reason why I hesitated on it originally was because Exterminator started his tightening the belt series, and I didn't want to compete with that. And everyone always asks for the Mega Base tutorial. So, what's this here? Did I never make these trains? No, I didn't. How about that? Yeah, so 5 of my copper trains never got done. Competition is good for the market. That's not wrong there. No one holds exclusivity. There's 1,700 in there. That's actually the problem, or the flaw with this make everything, is that the outputs do eventually fill up. The reason I did that instead of the original one I had as active, but it generated a lot of excessive bot activity. Tutorials for new players could be popular. There's a lot of those already, like Catherine of Sky, Neelis, and lots of other, and Exterminator too. They've all done those to death. That's the reason why I stayed away from them. Oop, I paint straight every time. The answer no one likes to receive is just to take a lot of time and dedication. That was the conclusion we made for the Mega Basing 101 because nobody watched that. They just wanted blueprints to do it all for them. Nobody was interested in the actual nitty-gritty. We zoomy zoom now because of the new concrete. I completely forgotten where I was at. So 246. Hey, Mr. Wardy! There's a video out there which showcases how your ore train works. Not yet. I've been meaning to do one, although I've been meaning to do a lot of videos for a long time, and it never gets done. As anyone who's been here long enough will testify to. So 6, 12, 18, 24, 30. There's not enough room there, really. I don't believe. Shiny new concrete is shiny. Future Majesty Prophecy. No, I really need to get onto it. There's a lot of things that I've been putting off and not doing, and I should be doing them. Things like sorting out the graphical design for the channel too. Like a lot of little Twitch things that I've been avoiding and I shouldn't be avoiding. Why would anyone who plays the game want to blueprint to do things then? Anyone who doesn't want to put the time in, they just want the result. So 1, 2, 3. Here's where the switchover happens. Yeah, not real engineers. That'd be a way to put it. And lazy, yeah, pretty much. How the hell am I going to twist these? I could swap them. You don't watch Exterminator. It's true, we do have fairly unique audiences. Now, that goes up. Blip blop. Blip blop blop. Alright. That's why. Alright, that's not gonna work. Looks like it's back down to 9.4 at this rate, which is the 8.8. It's kind of annoying. I was hoping to do something better, but it's just not working. I can't see it working with this space, because I'm pretty sure this needs... to be fair, I did actually do an experiment. I think I actually got the blueprint already. Yeah, there it is. That's about how much space is needed for the balancing operation. And that's not even an optimized amount of balancing, that's just something I threw together just to get an idea or measurement. I completely forgot I did that actually. Yep, about there. Something like that. So what's that? 1, 2, 3, 4 tiles of wiggle room. 1, 2. Alright, let's readjust. So we come to here. Get rid of all of that. Now I've got to play the finding it game again. So 1, 2 there. And then we give it the old 1, 2 there. And then the old 1, 2 there. And then blah 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 blah. Now, there's nothing wrong with playing that way. It was really frustrating for us. It was frustrating for us because everyone was saying we want to see this, and the end result was no one watched it. They just wanted blueprints. How do I do this? So how do I do this? Show me how to do this. Show me how to do this. Okay, give me a blueprint to do that instead. So I can go back there. 1, 2, 3. So you finish here now. I didn't need 2 tiles of gappage, because I can then shoot there. And then Arg. Huh. Oh. 'Cause if it goes, then there's not enough room to go back underground again. Only hard part of the game is the things I want to do might need combinators. Oh yeah, the infamous combinator tutorial as well. Yeah, it's looking like a 9.4. I just can't make the full beacon work. Even if I had room, it isn't. There's also space width-wise. Admit the belt-based inspired this series, but I build Factorio for yourself. And this one was actually inspired by the bot-based ones, like the Exterminator one. Rats, thank you for following there. Rats. Or rats. So 40, what is 10 worth? 1600. No, 3,200 in. About 8. 7? Huh. 7 furnaces is surprisingly a normal number. LTN. I couldn't figure out LTN, but admittedly I did only have a small look at it, a brief look at it. Okay. Oh, I can get away with 12 actually. Nope, that's 21, not 12. Yeah, 12 is 2, 3, 20. So 6 per side, loosely. It's a little bit under, but it's fine. As I say, I only need 12,000. I don't need 16 blue belts. So a little bit under, I can dig. Take the little red combinator thingy, they take the name of, connect it to the LTN, station light, set the request. Oh, okay. Mustn't be as bad as I thought. So, if I take 6, so for each furnace bank is 12 furnaces, each groups, and there's 4 of those, so 48. And then there's 2 of those, which is 96, so that's 18,000 maximum per minute. Now, of that 48, there's... wait, did I? Yes, there's 12 furnaces. Each one takes 2 belts worth. I'm gonna get those belts up there still. Which isn't ideal. Hey, Kill Bill. Spent the last 2 weeks building a similar train controller. Finally test it tomorrow. It's always a horrible feeling when it all goes horrifically wrong. So 12. It does take 3,800. Let's roll with 12 for now. Here we go again. I'm actually deconstructing brick, yes. So always worry if you get the wrong one. Deconstruct that. I know that happened to me the first time. It happened to Hoffney as well. It was pretty funny. There. There. 10. That should bring back down to 9.4. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 belts to work with, or 4 ore, stone ore belts to work with. How am I going to bring the rest up? I'm sure I did this last time. Let's see now. Shift that out of the way a little bit. So that's our one belt. Actually, how much did 6 eat? 1933. 1933. What about 4? What about 5? 4 and 5. I can feed it red belt. So in theory I could weave some red belt in. Oh dear. Oh. Oh boy. It's come to that. Admittedly, I could also just do that. So we'll skip one. Oh. And that. Let's purge difficate. 1, 2, 3. That's actually missing module. Get rid of that. Like, I don't need to use undergrounds on this, so I gain a belt there. Same goes for the input too. Like, the input doesn't need undergrounds. In theory. Yes it does. Because it has to do that. Okay. That... Well, I can do that. Like so. And that's yonder splitter stubs. This needs to do one of these. To switch sides. And then have... Oh, that'll be stone brick. Whoops, I didn't mean to tear you up. Oh, he did it twice. One job. One job. So 1. That's the current one. And then 3, 4, 5. Maybe make it work. See how we go. This will be a laugh either way. Let's just grab that blueprint. Insert as an all. Drop that there. Now drop 4 of these down, and then discover that it's too long again or something. I might need to reduce the gap. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's 2, and it's just hit halfway. Yeah, I will. The gapage is too big. I have to make do with 3. Has to be 1, 2, 3. A multiple of 3 on account of the beacon alignment. Although there is a bit of wiggle room with the beacon alignment. Not a great deal. Like I could make here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 5, 4, 3. So it's 2, 1, 2, 2, 3. And the fourth one's about there. Ah, that works. 1, 2, 3. There. Dark 79 Angel. Negative eye there. Thank you very much. I can't do the high pitch. Apparently it's too late for that. Thank you for the hype. For the follow. I think I did it. Maybe. Kinda. Right. Take you. Oh, autosave. That. Get my beacons. Like so. I hope that's enough coverage. I don't need more down here. Now the headache begins. You. No, one too soon. Should I put on that lane so I can't do... or can I? No, it'll get blocked if I do that. So it has to be like that. Okay. Did you find the time to look at the Patreon setup? Not yet. Unfortunately. So that's 2 lanes. Let's grab that one. Three lanes. Now where the hell am I going to put the 4th lane? Just 1, 2, 3, 4. What am I getting myself into? I suppose technically... this can go there like so. And I can then... No, I can't. How the hell... Honkadonk. How the... It's just getting more and more ridiculous as I go. But you stop there. Unless I move these... Oh dear. Oh boy. To that. And that goes like that. It's getting more and more ridiculous. That powers it. Need a little bit more power down here. Fortunately, it's in the way of everything else. I really want to see this through to the end now. I'm committed. Let's move that there. There. Good movie, Demolition Man, I say. I dare say. Movies aside. Oh, it's a little bit short. Okay, so that wants to be there. Ish. Like so. There. Is this not ridiculous? And absurd and insane? Drops down. I think this one then needs to do that. Yep, that's right. There. There's a bear in there. And there. And this one can then dive down there because that's the start of that section. Or even there, because then I can squeeze a substation in right here. Sure. Right. And that's 1, 2, 3, 4 output lanes. Belt weaving at its finest? Oh yeah. What's that emote? Slam Jam. That could be something. Alright, this that gets woven here is that. I just realized. Haha. Haha. What did Excel say? 6 was 1,900. It's technically only need... it's 8. Which is a horrible number, by the way. I suppose that's the alternative, is to build it for the input belts. I'm starting to think that way because as elegant and as beautiful and as amazing this is, that's 2 belts. And then I need 2 more belts here, and then 2 more belts again here, and then 2 more belts again here. I need 8 belts to go up here. So yeah, as cute as this is, I don't think it's going to happen. Okay. So let's change tactic. Let's say 8 belts. So 8 belts eats 1 lane... 8 furnaces, sorry, eats 1 lane of stone. Because I can do trickery with the other end if I balance those 4, and then I can merge them together and do things. And I can rearrange the balancer on the output. I can do... there's a few things I can do. So yeah, now I'm going to change tactic. And also, 8 belts is the same as 1 red belt output, so I can do some more complicated weaving. So... but then I would need, what, 6 of those? 6 8s are 48, which is only 9,000. 5 8s are 40, and then 2 of them is 80, which is 15,000, which is above what I need. So... let's start again. Only this time, it'll be... we'll take a furnace off. I guess. It's actually off by a tile compared to the other one. I know what that is. That's actually older blueprint. You can tell because it's just got the filter on it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, okay. Only this time, we'd grab you and you, and we weave. Weave our way to victory. This is probably when I've discovered that there's something else horribly wrong with it. One, two, you technically don't need one. There. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's suddenly now much more compact because this is grouped up like that. Actually, I do need to split them. So let's not be hasty and deconstruct everything. Let's grab that. 1, 2, 3, 4. There. Sneaky hello from us. Hey, love a monster. Look forward to the VOD tonight. Wonderful. I might be on again, but it's a might. I don't have 100% confirmation on whether or not I'm available. Or I'll be doing something else. So there might be something else going on when you're hoping to see the VOD. You? That covers that better. Now, at this point, I now have 5 going up. Like so. So that's 2. Obviously, this would be 3. Although I can keep it at blue belt, this one. Let's be consistent. Like so. So it's 3 out of 5. I could weave in more blue belt too, which would be brutal. Alright, let's grab this. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's give it room. 1, 2, 3. That needs less room. Alright. Oop, wrong one. Not that one, not that one. Not that one. That one. It can only take 1, 2, 3. That's 2, 1, 2, 3, 3. 1, 2, 3 is 4. And 1, 2, 3 is 5. Yeah, there's not a huge amount of room there. Alright. Blip blop. Blarp. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5 belts going up this time. Alright, let's do this. 1 goes in ya. That'll do. There. Then I've got to shift the rest over consistently. I actually need to get that one out pretty quick. They're also missing modules. And those are missing modules. It's probably missing modules consistently from Blueprint. From Das Blueprint. Wait, what? Oh, yeah, because of that beacon. I saw 8.4. I was wondering why. I can get rid of these though, and then spread them. Yeah, one. Any others? Just check the lot just in case. It's bound to see more. Right. Right. So that's one here. Doop. Hey, Sam Alandis. Hello. I'm currently attempting something very difficult right now. Yeah, if you're wondering. No, you need to come up there. And then there. Very difficult. Looks like I'm placing... Yeah, it's just as simple as placing the belt. Yeah, exactly. Nothing complicated at all. What's the issue? Oh, that was fine. It's just a belt, bro. It's just a belt. How many times do I need to rotate that also? Easy mode. I don't love it as such. They're gonna squirt out one of these. I might move this further up. I might be doing it too soon. Let's get rid of one of these instead. Yep. There. Oh. They don't reach. They're mean. You stretch there. This has to slide over at some point. I'm going to request belt of that kind. Wish this was in a slightly less awkward position. There we are. Could actually switch it with a blue belt. So this one could come up there as a red and go down again as a blue. Seems legit. Then this one can do that. Like so. Everything's powered? Good. The gap there's a bit too big. But oh well. Struggles are real. Get rid of that. I actually finished all the concrete. The refined concrete, yeah. Let's give it some more. Yeah. Give the bot something to do. It's a lot of concrete to replace. So might as well get it done. And then I can make, and I should boost the amount to keep in storage, and then I can start doing the track and everything. Edges there. Let's go up. It's a slight distraction, I know. Hashtag totally not avoiding the stone. Might have messed that up slightly. Only might have, and only slightly. Totally not changing the size of the brush. Some kind of upgrade planner would be fantastic at this. Wouldn't you agree? Some kind of upgrade planner that it can automatically mark for the concrete for replacing. Sounds perfectly reasonable. A mod that upgrades your materials just with a click of a button. I was just teasing, I was going to fix it. Just pretending to zoom away. I shouldn't have anything under there. I know I kind of abandoned that. But I want to do the detail that's there properly in person. There we go, it goes all the way over finally. I'm not actually quite sure what to do about this. I'll replace it for now. Oops, too far. I think it was Tile Ghost. Yeah, it's Tile Ghost. There we go. There is a mod that works like an upgrade planner. Does sound like a good idea, doesn't it? It's been a while since I've painted concrete in this base. I did this back in version 12. And did regret it. Oop, that's a bit far. Actually, it has extended out, so it's fine. Are we there yet? Oop, there we are. Maybe a little bit too far. Just pull it back a bit. I believe it's called Upgrade Planner? You don't say. Alright, that's that. Now hopefully that won't obliterate the UPS like tearing up and the smelting and putting it back down again normally does. Did done normally dudded. Damn creative name. It's a fine name. Very original. I'll put that there to remind me to move those belts in the future. Totally not future me problem. Alrighty. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's make you for now. Just for testing purposes. Let's do a live stone test run. It's the incentive not to get it wrong. Yeah, so this one should be struggling for stone. Now work time. See you later, Sam Alandis. Have a good day. So I see the first problem. It's all putting on one lane here. It's not side loading, so that'll have to go like that. I wonder if I can consistently put the substations in the center. Let's get some of this all built Rooney going. Well, actually, I can do that and save a bit of space. That does nothing. Okay then. Try that instead. So that's the first belt. Let's clear that. Now dupe these out. Use this as the template for the next lot. The bots, they're going to endure it. How many times do you see me tear this up and put it back down again now? It's got to be quite a few. Now they've got to wait for the base bots to pick it all up and put it back down again. About 6 to 9 times. It's not bad for an hour and 50 minutes of so far. Only 6 to 9 full smelter design reworks in that time. Actually this, oh, right, never mind. Never mind. I was going to say, I actually did the same up there, but I just pasted the blueprint. So what's brick at? 1.4. Okay. Whee! Something got through. Can't be any brick. This thing moves so glacially at such a low production rate of 4K. You'd never know where it went. 15K wire. So this is the first one. Now, it is actually the first one. Yeah, I'm just double checking just to be sure. That way I don't make any goofs. You go into there. Some accidental confusions. There. And then you become a blue belt. Shimmy across. That goes there. I think that then becomes a consistent tileable arrangement. So I'll take another blueprint. I'll incorporate that in it. Even though I probably don't need to. Drop that. There. And plop. Plop, I hope. Plop it down. Plonk it down. Plop it like it's hot. That sounds really weird. Okay. So this becomes that. In theory... Yeah. There. Oh, I need to fix this too. There it is. It's coming along nicely. Yeah, so I'm eating 3 belts now. So I've got 3 belts of brick. Yeah, so 5 belts of stone going up. This becomes 4 and 1. Here. You should be across. So this one, at this point, goes over to there. Okay. What am I at? 3. 1, 2, 3. I'm just confirming that just to be sure. So I don't mix mesh things up. I'll even reverse those just to be sure. 4. Because at some point this has got to switch over, and usually... it is the last... Yeah, it is the last one that does it. Let's make sure no accidents occur. Okay. Drops in the... Oh, yeah. It's too... needs to be there, like around here. It desires this position. What kind of crazy person would come up with this kind of thing? It's insanity, I tells you. Uh, 9.4. I think it still works out. Why am I short? What's holding up furnaces, and why am I producing legs? That's a very good question. Why is it requesting 46 legs? Because that says to request 50. Right. Can you not place the beacon in between the furnaces and place the substation next to the belts? Which 32 lane balancer? I used the one that I got off Zenith, which is, I believe, an old Commotion Socks one. I actually modified it slightly because it's actually... where I think that's the only good one I can show. It's actually 2 16s glued onto the 32 that Zenith gave me. This isn't the best example because it actually has belts peeling back down through it. I don't think there's another example lying around though. Maybe... no, that's the 16. Oh, trains are moving. What's going on? Real question is, where's the furnaces at? And why aren't they being made? Did I include them? They should be. They might not be being told to make. It's also, the 32 lane I think is in the book? No, only 16. I probably should include it. Technically, these are provided. No, it's told to make 20. Apparently it's satisfied. There it is. So what? Ah, it's not bulk coverage? No. Why are they being delivered then? I'm confused. Maybe you pull them off science. No, I have a dedicated one which I just showed. I think it does pull off science from memory. Most of the products I do pull off science, but these are here if the science is not running. If it can't pull from science. Where's it gone? There it is. Yeah, so it's got 20 in the storage chest now. 22 even. Why did it grab from them? Unless there's just too much concrete going on. It could be that, actually. That's something I haven't had to deal with for quite a while. Having said that, it should have done something by now. Like, it should have scanned through at some point. There's something missing here, too. Ah, furnace. I'll request them. How long have I been working on this build? So this is a game I started in May of 2016. So it's coming up on 2 years old now. This was originally a version 12 map. It was originally intended to be just a kind of mega base, and then it grew into this. It currently uses, so it's primarily an infinite science using just belts, specifically. And it was originally a 1 rocket per minute base in 14, which is when I revived it and started up this current thing. And then it became a 1 red belt of each science pack in 15, to now a 2 red belt of each science pack. I'm currently reworking stone, so there's no production packs right now. Admittedly, I could work around that by like doing artillery range or something. That's 2,000 science to do that. This should go down pretty quick too. Should be what, 40 seconds or something to do artillery shell range 1. Something like that. 4,000 will take a bit longer. What's shooting speed? Don't so much need that. Would like the extra range. Might as well get it done. I could also just crank up that. Let's finish that. Now I should have these. I might not be in a bot network range. No, I wasn't. After all that. So what are we at? 3,200. Yeah, so 3,200 is 2 red belts. Red's almost in gear. Green's building up. I haven't actually done a full military research in a while. It's fighting it. Oh, there it is. It's just hitting 16. Up 56. The game will start slowing down as it starts consuming more. I'd actually test the new coal supply with the military, so it's actually worthwhile doing a military research. I haven't tried this out in a while. All them grenades. Anyway. Where are we at? Here. That's empty. Why are you empty? I think I know why. Split a pyramid. Nah. Probably need that too. I know why, and there's a long and complicated reason. It's because these need draining. They'll start to see ore coming up at... Yeah, there we go. Because the way the unloader works. Has to do it that way. Just trying to balance the cargo wagon. Hawkeye. You need to go there. Or the next one up. Either or, really. Hang on. This is 1 and 2. Do I have 6 of these things? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No. I feel like I'm missing something. Because there's the one being consumed, and then the one oh wait, the one above it, yeah. I are smart. You can tell it's getting late. The only catch is that doesn't really fit. I know before some, who was it, said to put the beacon there? Imgeron. Yeah, he said to put that there. I really need this to be down low. Having said all that. Alternatively... what I can do is take that away. Hold that there. What do I do here? Just that. So I can bring this along into there. This actually be very similar to what's already there. Ha! And this just switches. Or is it there? Like so. I can drop that back in there. And come further up to here where it's important. Important. Hey Venter, how's it going there? Sneaky stream hype. Oh yeah. Sneaky sneak. Snacky snack. This is gonna get messy. It's gonna get worse before it gets better. Yeah, what I realised is this can continue on and onwards and upwards. And just not have to worry about it at all, because then I could slide this like over to one side. There. Maybe not exactly there. Something like that. You could shoot right through. That goes there. And this can zoom all the way across. Look like the output of one furnace is not working. Or car. Kados. I didn't need this after all. The real question is, do I get 5 belts coming out here? Aren't I missing a furnace when I move that beacon? No, because it's 2, 4, 6, 8 still. Further down, so one furnace not working. This might be tricky to spot. Just say when. Or which group it is. Why don't I connect the brick to the balancer actually? And then we'll see what stops working. I should actually know, because we ought to see it on the graph. So it's 4,100. Now in terms of what it will produce, what will it produce? About 7,193. That's very specific. 5,000. Beacon now misses one furnace that hit from... Oh, okay. I get you now. I get you. Yeah, so that one doesn't get covered anymore. Right. I don't know how to deal with that. It's not the end of the world, realistically. This might be being held up by the this thing. Let's clear this out. No, I won't. It's more or less going. What are we producing? 6,000. That's good enough. Acceptable loss, yeah. We're at 6,000 at least. We need more furnaces to drain those, like these. Why are these so difficult by comparison? Yeah, it's like 7.44 furnaces to the blue belt, so there will be a slight loss. How does it translate into belts? Not amazingly well. 7.2 What did I say? It was 7.2? Yeah, about 7.2. So it's fine. That's 14 total, so it's acceptable. It's the production we want. Speaking of, are we still at 3,200? We are. How's that looking? Hello, Rocket. Oh yeah, because this is backed up, it should have synced. Hey, purple packs. Military looks good. Blue should be fine. As long as engines are running as they should. Blue is a struggle because everything is exactly 2400, which is everything needs exactly one blue belt. So it needs exactly one blue belt of red circuits, one blue belt of mining drills, and one blue belt of engine units, which is a pretty tough ask. No margin for error. Looking good. I think this one also needs like 0.95 of a blue belt of copper. Which is pretty marginal. Military pack takes half a blue belt of turrets, which is pretty ridiculous in itself. Where's it actually there? It could have combined earlier. But I kind of wanted to bring all of the final products down. The difference in performance is so marginal. Hey, it's Chaos Dispenser. How's it going there? Alright. Now I've got to do the same thing, but mirror it. This doesn't look like BNA. It is, it's just in disguise. Eyesight's fading a little bit there. Yeah. Certainly complex. Yeah, it's definitely up there in the complexity on the level of the big B and the big A, which is big P in the little A. Think about it. Not too hard though. Are these beacon? No. Three, four. So we get rid of that one, and that one, and clear out that. I probably could have used a filter for this. Let's bring this belt up. Misaligned as it is. Over to there. Belts, splitter, stuff, and junk. Now, can I successfully do the mirror opposite without failing miserably? That is the question. Given they're on rebuild number 9 in the last 2 hours, I'm not too hopeful. It's also missing an underground on the outside. It is? Do you mean the one that I'm doing? Or one of these? In theory it is working. Let's check. Yeah, 7,200. Yeah, do you mean the new one that I'm currently working on? There? I think. I hope. I very much hope. The new one. Just there. There's probably going to be a few of those. I just want to get this into a state that I can blueprint. Blueprint? Import. Import goes on the outside of the beacons. Also, something needs to move here. I might be able to get away with that just there. Yeah. I'll keep pushing and see what else goes wrong. I got it now? Okay. Works for me. It's output. Doing math without productivity and speed bonuses. Whoops. That's a bit of an oopsie. Arguably, I'd just use the Barrycan calculator. Sounds very interesting. You know, what the hell am I listening to kind of way. How do you spell that? How do you spell a big mistake? We start with an apostrophe. I think that'll do it. Barrycan. I wasn't sure if it was Barrycan or spelling Barrycan or spelling big mistake. Both good. Alright, let's plug this thing in. Let's see what happens. See how low the UPS can go. And see how long until someone builds a replacement for these things. I'm going to take these up just because it's not likely to diverge for quite a bit. Oop, oop. It's either that or it's going to go horribly wrong really quickly. Which will at least be entertaining. Okay, we'll shove that up the hole. I'm missing a subbing stationing turn there. This one zips across, like so. Likewise, this zips across there. And this one does the colour switcheroo. Right. It's fine. Next. Does a bit of this there. And like that. How does it look otherwise? Power network. Not the worst thing in the universe. Could be better. There. Pop it there. And there. Next row. Next row. Substation. You. Why are you empty? Ah, right. That doesn't go... What? That goes there, and you go there. There we go. Got it. I worked it out. I got it. Next one. Goes up there. There they are. There. Broing. Broing, oing, 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 oing. Blah. There. That should pretty much do it. I should see brick there. If I see stone there, I'm in trouble. Just brick. And that should be 14.4 eventually. When I plug all these in. Of which I can't. I can't plug them all in. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, you're using the fifth one there. Which is all fine and dandy. Where the hell did I put it? There it is. I think just temporarily dropping one of these in will do. Just give it some room. Give it some room now. How long did it take to build this base? I started the current form as is. I started. So the map is 2 years old. The current form from 1 red belt to 2 red belts was September or October last year. And then the infinite science part was started in about May of last year. The slash time's not accurate. See, it says 38 days or nearly 1,000 hours, but it runs at half speed because of 34 UPS. So it could well be 3 times that. The slash time command doesn't know the game's running slow. Because it's its own timekeeping. It can't be aware that it's slowing down or losing time. In theory, that should be fine. Was it 16? It's way too late for me to think. Would it be better to use red belt as an input? No, remember it's 2 stone to 1 brick. So I'm actually these are actually built to maximize stone input. So it's 1 blue belt of stone in it actually gives you 1 red belt of stone brick out. Even with a bonus. Or that is including the bonus. It's funky, isn't it? It's actually stalling a little. It would have helped if you were able to see the spreadsheet. 11.8. It's more or less there. It just needs a better balancer. Was it 3 red belts is 2 blue belts? In theory. So, actually, if I do the same over here, this thing, missing some outputs? No. It's not going to be compressed because it's a red belt output. Should be 10, not 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. They all seem to be present and accounted for. Drop that down. See what that does. Hey, Hyperbite. Probably help if there were no weeds. The spotter belt is just outside the beacons. There's one belt either side of on the outside of the beacons. It can only have 3 in the middle, either side. I say 3, but it's actually 4. Oh, right, yeah. That's, I know why. I messed that up before. You go there. Then that one can go there. Actually, screw that. I can go over there. What are you even doing there? Doesn't go anywhere useful. There we go, we got it in the end. Well, actually almost, because there's 9, 10. Yeah, it's fine. Is it a join network as well? That's the other thing it could be. It will be biased to one side. So 13.5 and 10.6. All connected. Yeah, the other thing could be is big network. Does it actually give you stats? Yeah, it's backed up now. I think purple's backed up. Yep, so all fine. 32,000. 25. It's holding. Question is this synced up now? Hey, it's Intertooth. Long time no see. I'm just curious to see if this is synced up. Make a rocket. 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 How do you supply the ME factory? It's everything, or most things, most items are pushed into the network somewhere. Like batteries are pushed in here. Processing units are there. Oh, 2 rockets. There's engines elsewhere at the engine build. Iron has a lane dedicated to it. Same with copper. Green circuits, red circuits. Yeah, there's copper. Yeah, so it's all pushed into the bot network, just nearby somewhere. There's steel. Now let's head over here before we miss out. They might be ganked to groups of 4. Hey, Boomshine, the host there. Thank you very much. How's it going there? How far are you off? It should actually have a splitter in the center. Realistically. Does it actually... Oh, it does have one there. Hey, Boomshine. How's it going? Three out of 4. Aww. Sad times. It's a little late. I'm late. That one shouldn't go off just yet. Hey, Desmond. I always love watching tinkering. There's always something to do. Hey, there we go. I think as soon as it goes below 2,000 it launches. So if these get ready in time, they should all go at once. Or pretty close to. Disabled legs, thank you for there. Gotta make this base over the next month. Size pornographic. I did spend a lot of time. This was like 3 or 4 something hours of work setting it all up. One's off. There we go. Why aren't you going? You're late. I'll have to add some more logic to it to synchronize them better. When it was just 3 of them, they synchronized pretty easily. But now, not so much. Also... oh, it's all backed up. Also, it's 35 UPS. Is it fair to say that logistic robots will never compete with good belt system? Robots always win out over belts. The density and items per second is always wins, but bots don't win the cool factor. That's where they lose. Now I'm gonna do a sneaky sneak. Get out of my bot range. I hope. There. Hopefully the base will do that one. I really hope the base will do that one. Bots are no cool. That's why I like. Yes. That's why I started this base originally. Because bots were eh. I actually have like 9 and 8,000, but it really shouldn't. It's too many. Yeah, adding bots usually makes things worse. Hey, rocket launch. I think this one's going to be late again. Yep. $15K rocket site. I've got to hold out for that, surely. One 993. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm gonna blow past it. Yeah, it's easier to drop more robot ports than it is to add belts. Because you don't have to worry about the capacity of the belt or anything like that. What's the gigawattage? 19. I do need to expand nuclear. Can't. Almost there. 4 more. Maybe 3 more actually. There. Get another productivity kick. It's actually falling behind. Because these are just barely ready for the next launch. How about you? Yeah, almost. I don't mind them being a little bit staggered. Yes, that is now approaching 15,000 satellites. For bot builds, you end up with something like this. There it is. Although it's not working particularly hard. So I have this self-contained its own robo network, and it just does, you know, 20,000. It moves 20,000 plastic a minute. It's ridiculous, and the equivalent amount of coal to produce that plastic. Here we go. Let's see it in action, and that's what you want out of a robot network. I hear more rocket launches. But yeah, this is like, you put one of these down, well, I put two of these down, and that's plastic done. And that's the problem with bots that I find, is that it's completely solved the whole problem right then and there. It's actually the same with rocket fuel as well. Anyway. One ready. Do some trash. 76, that's way behind. What solves the problem with robots? Small networks which are dedicated to a specific role. And less spots, like enough to just barely use them all up. Maybe a few left over. There it is. And this one down here is ready to go. $15,001. That phasing. Can. I wonder... What's that bringing up to? 15,006. On 1 minute. Is there any... Oh, the 1 minute average is 3,500. It's 10 minutes, 3,000. 3,000. Eh. It works. What are the chances you'll all launch at once? Pretty good. That one's behind. Chains chain signals. It's a bit of an art in itself, signalling junctions. Yeah. There you go, 15,006. An example of a chain, example of a chain. So yeah, this train, where's, well, this one's actually signalled incorrectly because this train's rolled too far forward. Actually, no, it hasn't. That shouldn't be there, that's why. It's actually not a great... yeah, so this one's moving in and blocking it because of that signal there. If the signal wasn't there, there's a few problems with this, isn't the best example. What are you doing? Oh, you're stuck. Yeah, chain signals repeat what's going on or copy what's going on in front of it. Try to find an example. Can we see the train depot? Sure can. Just from space or close up? I guess an example actually of the chains would be going on here because there's a lot going on here. So this one's not moving up until that train clears. Now it's allocated the chain path. And so it has exclusivity, so nothing can... well, this train's also zooming across. They actually both found a home. But as soon as they go back down across, because they're ready to exit again, they'll stop trains here from going in. The trouble is, there's no... like, the problem with... I have a problem with getting copper unloaded. So it's causing issues here. It's sort of dealing with itself. Sort of. There we go. Yes, this one's moving forward too soon. It's like this one, and it's blocking these oil trains. I don't have a bot network nearby. Similar story there. These copper trains aren't rolling ahead until they get clearance. Actually, 15,010 now. There's a lot of trickery going on to make these trains work. Oh, that train stole it. Like, as soon as all of these are being taken, the trains will find somewhere new to go. How'd that look? Actually getting iron trains in. So yeah, see, these aren't moving across until the that train clears. They should actually all move out. There we go. They get triggered when the train, when all of these stops, when the train arrives at that stop. Yeah, so when it arrives at the stop, it gets updated. There it goes. And that way it sort of drives them down towards the end. Encourages them. Especially a small chain roundabout with chains. I don't know, it's a roundabout. Yeah, roundabouts tend to cause more problems than help. I want to avoid them. And this is actually a separate problem, the no pathing thing. It's because the system still... I've still got to iron out a few bugs with it. So something is saying it's... no. Oh, well, I got what I wanted done. The main thing, which was the stone brick. I just got to fix up this. Need to do some 3 to 2-ing. Have to think about it. Do I... So 3, 6... yeah, 7, 8. Yeah, it's just the 2. It's a bit of a messy way to do it, though. I don't like it. Force source, hey! I have no clue on anything. Yeah, about that. Yeah, this base probably isn't going to help. Yep. Because this is 2 years worth of playing the same map. So, like, this is just beyond endgame. Like, so don't feel too lost. But yeah, this is my... so overall, this is my 2 red belt mega base. It's, as I say, 2 years old. I started in May of 2016. It was originally set out to be just a kind of mega base, but I wanted to also use everything available in the game. And it's grown from a 1 rocket per minute base to 1 red belt of each science pack to 2 red belts of each science pack. And so yeah, there's the 2 red belts of each science pack, happily trucking along. I'm actually standing right next to the rocket silos right now. There's 8 of them. They are meant to be synchronized launches, but it doesn't quite do it, unfortunately. That's a future me problem. I'm actually still doing a military research, so these aren't moving, the production packs. But yeah, everything is made just using belts. I meant to check up on this. The coal to the grenades. You do get some interesting numbers out of this though, like this engine units I make this belt here that goes to blue science. Can we see the lab setup? Yeah, sure can. It's a lab setup. I forgot to zoom over it. I sort of tend to zoom over the labs just because it's not anything remarkable. Yeah, it's just a big field of labs. It keeps on going, and going, and going. Speaking of going, there goes the launches. Science is infinite. There's infinite research with the space packs, so there's always a need for research. It's just an 8-8 beacon. They are periodically beacon aligned, but it doesn't matter, so it's only 1370% instead of... so that one? 1370... 1545, there it is. There's one which is higher than the rest. That's right, because I staggered them. So that one's beacon aligned, beacon aligned. Beacon aligned, beacon aligned on the beacon aligned on the bottom, beacon aligned on the top, not beacon aligned. How many labs? I think it was 200... I can't remember. Let's get the universal measuring tool out. I don't know which way I was going. 210. I was about to say 208. It's close. Yeah, the main thing here is I use all of the packs, including military. Most people ignore military. But yeah, so... rocket production up here. It's always struggling on steel for some reason. Although it seems to be okay today. That bell could stand to be distributed better. I might make these proper split-offs. hey Tinvec. But yeah, so blue science, it uses a full blue belt of everything that goes into it. So a blue belt of mining drills is going into it right now, a blue belt of red circuits is going in right now, and a blue belt of engine units is going into it right now. It's not crazy at all. And then green science is using a blue belt of inserters, yellow inserters, and a blue belt of transport belt. Unfortunately, this doesn't quite show it. So also obliterating iron plate. How do you get around balancing strange numbers? You have to round up to a higher balancer or not balance some of it. Putting concrete in the ground affects game performance indirectly. Concrete doesn't absorb pollution. This stuff. And so it just spreads instead. Which means you start generating more chunks, makes the game map bigger, which means bigger memory footprints to run the game, which means the game runs slower indirectly. It activates biters, which in turn slow the game down indirectly because of stuck biter parties. There's the mining drills. Isn't that pretty? It's just eats 3, 6, 9, 12 belts of iron and turns it into a belt of mining drills. Not counting gears. Why not use robots? Because I didn't want to. For the main base at least. So this is all belt based. Come around here, there's the processing units. There's 3 belts of those. And a loop back. Yeah, I've done it before, the bot thing. Once you do it once and that's it, it's done. Done forever. Red circuits, it's not actually moving very fast. It's because it's not using production packs, so it's not really running. What's it at actually? 23,000 red circuits per minute. Oops, wrong button. Out of 31,000 red circuits per minute. Oh yeah, there's speed ones, which is also not really moving. Apparently. Why is that? I was making a blue belt worth. Hey, funny man, how's it going? Well, yeah, I'm using it. Eating what I'm using. Oh, right, it's only 29. It's only just over, that's right. And then we come to green circuits, which is 68 blue belts worth. Which looks like it's getting pretty... It's getting going pretty good. Oh, no it isn't. 129, it's not nearly. It's got a lot to go. Yeah, that's coming in, which... That's because I need to fix this. Need to update it. I think that'll be the next priority. How's it going today? Pretty good. Pretty tired. I actually should think about going to bed soon. Yeah, this can do 159,000, so it's not even running nearly full. What about copper plate? 158 out of 198. Again, barely moving. 287 out of 288. Iron plate's really going for it. How about that? Looks like it might be as well. Ugh. You got gaps. Why you got gaps? Where do you come from there? Where do you come from and where do you go? Might have fallen behind briefly. Oh well. It'll probably take a fair bit for it to fall behind the iron plate though. So the iron plate's running at max capacity. I'm using it all. And what I'm making and what I'm using. It's nearly 400,000 copper wire per minute. How about steel? 22,000 out of 36,000. Steel's always a problem. It's sort of holding its own. 16 belts worth. It wants all the copper. I need to do copper outposting, so that's a future me problem again. It's way behind on copper. And I also need to fix that. So there's probably another big train building coming. It's slowly painting the concrete too. Steel is always a problem. I'm not alone in that. Oh, steel and red circuits. It's just never enough of the damn things. So all that noise has been going up, so up to 1534 now. Hey, well, Shadow. How's it going there? Now... Am I moving away? Yeah, I already did. It was getting pretty annoying. It's probably louder in your ears than it is mine. What's the power setup like? So there's a steam, a solar, 2 solars actually, and nuclear. Solar, there's nothing much to it really. It's just some solar panels and some accumulators. Never mind the fact that it's flashing. So get the train request working. Better. Still needs work. Steam... There. It's entity disabled at the minute to save performance. It would use about 10 UPS if I had it on. Actually on. And see that it has steam inside it right now, but it's not doing anything because they're manually sleeping. I think it's like 4 gigawatts in there, and then nuclear, which is the main one, which is also entity disabled right now. It's still burning fuel though. It does most of the power. Most of the actual power comes from here. Search energy interface. It's substituting the nuclear and steam. There's a solar 3.5. I could go all solar if I really wanted to, but I'm not. I wanted all 3 running. And heat pipes aren't too bad. It's the heat exchangers that are the problem. They actually use considerably more than heat pipes. What else? How's over here doing? It's mining. It's mining. Not much more to say about it, really. It's all bot-based mining. There's no point belt mining. It's not worth it. I can actually trim off some mining drills. Yep. Blah, bleep, bloop. And so on and so forth. The bots should take it away. And that train will come along and take all that stuff away. There we go. Mining productivity is at level 400, so it's 800% productivity, which is 9 for every 1. How large are the patches? Hey, that's going there too. About that big. Well, varies. That's a relatively big one. There's another one. Generally about 6 million, 7 million. Not huge, that's why I need the mining productivity. big difference having the mining prod. I'm hoping that train will show up soon. There it is. Actually, there. It's coming to pick up the mining jewels. Yeah. Yow. It's only running at 35 UPS, so it's pretty slow. I can do this anywhere, as long as anywhere I remember to actually put the construction bots and everything else in, because I always forget. Just working on your trash system and replace the steel chest with a buffer chest. Made sure requesters can pull from them. That way if you need to replant the miners before the trash trains came along. That's not a bad idea, actually. Why are the turrets blue? Because their colour is assigned to the player colour. So you can just set them to whatever colour you want, just with /colour. Mine's actually a custom colour. So, yeah. So if you went /colour and then green, that'll change them to green. Mine's actually custom, as I say, custom RGB value, so it's not a normal colour. Because I did it in version 12. There's like 16 named colours. Like red, green, blue, cyan, grey, yellow is default, acid, I can't remember the rest. Oh, they actually fixed that, did they? The RGB. It used to be RGB alpha. I should dig up the old acid colour, it was much nicer. Oh yeah, RGBA. Anyway, nearly at 1550. It's just 255. Hey Mima. Just a quick save. Actually, what's it? Oh, ooh. I better leave it there, actually. Let's see. So, look at the directory. How am I in Willon? Because it's nearly midnight for me.